Grace, what's your thought on this? I mean, U.S. companies already dominate the internet globally. Is there a danger a more fractured internet will harm Silicon Valley?
Yeah, I definitely think that that's a huge risk here. For example, if this bill were to pass, what's to stop, the leader of India, Modi, from turning around and saying it's a national security risk that YouTube in India or Facebook or Instagram is controlled by a foreign power. Therefore, we're going to pass a law forcing Google and Meta to sell those businesses to an Indian investor, right? I think the problem with this bill is that it signals that, people who support it are okay with sacrificing the global internet for U.S. national security. And if you want to make that argument, I think that perhaps there is a way to make it with merits. And the other concern that I have is whether or not the ownership structure is exactly the right way to deal with these issues. For election interference, for sure, the Chinese Communist Party could put pressure on TikTok to change its algorithm in a certain way. But what we've seen so far is that Russia, China, and, other foreign powers around the world have tried to sway elections, to spread disinformation on platforms that they do not own, and in many cases have been successful at that structure. The way that they say that history shows us it's not. Car analogy, driving around in a car because every single car manufacturer is required to include seatbelts. Is it better to just ban the Chinese car in this case, or to pass, more comprehensive legislation that is the equivalent of a seatbelt for the internet?